state of mind, makes you look at it half. Oh, wait, I think I said that wrong. Hi, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is NALAABEE, aka Drama, aka Flaw Healing, and I am here with another video. Apologies for my absence last week. It was 314 day in St. Louis, so we were selling shirts that literally took up my whole week. I'm not even kidding. Regardless of that, I'm happy to see you here, beauty, because I have a great message for you today. The title of this video is No More Survival, It's Time to Live. And it's a message for you and me, because I think that once you get through a certain point of your healing journey and once you're at a certain part of life, you're like, okay, what now? You know, you don't necessarily know your next steps, but you know that you're a completely new person. That's your sign to live. And I think about that quote all the time where it's like, everybody dies, but not everybody lives. That quote is really good because that's true. Dying is something we all have to do at some point. It's sad, it's depressing, but the time up until that moment, you literally have your life to do whatever you want, whatever way you feel, whatever feels best for you, that's the way that you should be living life. So I think that the definition of living in survival is always looking around the corner for what could go wrong next. So you're like, oh my goodness, I just got this new job, but it's only a matter of time before I get fired. Oh, I just met this new person, but it's only a matter of time before they leave me. Oh, I just got some money. I just got some money. I'm able to put some of it away, but it'll only be a matter of time before it's all gone. You know, living in survival means always thinking something's going to go wrong, or always thinking that whatever's going to go wrong is right around the corner and that it's inevitable, which is sad in itself, because sometimes you want to think and believe that good things can really happen to you. But when you've been through so much, and when you've been the type of person to try again and then consistently be, knocked down when it comes to life, it's hard to be like, you know what, this is the time things are going to work out for me. I know it's going to be better this time. And then you can even get let down again, you know what? And you're like, I don't know why I got my hopes up. I don't know why I thought that this time would be any different from any other time. But I'm here to let you know that having optimism about your life is the first step to actually living this life. It's easy to always look for the bad, because the bad will always end up there. When people say always look for the light, that's because the darkness is always all around us, but it's easy to have and look for the light within yourself and find it in other people too. Once you can identify the light within yourself and in things, and even in situations that aren't necessarily good, it's easy for you to identify them in other people, other experiences, and even bad experiences. When it comes to living in survival mode, sometimes it's easy to get stuck there because it's comfy. It's better to not hope for anything than to hope for something and be let down. Trust me, I know all about it. It's easy to be like, oh, nothing ever goes good for me anyways. I don't know why I would randomly start to believe that what's supposed to work out for me will work out for me. When in reality, that's exactly how life is. What's supposed to work out for you will work out for you, and whatever's not supposed to work out for you just simply won't. But living in a state of woe is me isn't going to help you get to that next step of your life no matter what. I feel like everything is in theory. In theory, everything could literally go wrong. But in theory, everything could literally go right. That's the difference between living and being in survival. Living in a state of survival will make you think that the cup is half empty. And actually living will actually make you look at it like, oh my goodness, this cup is half full, because it's only a matter of time before my cup is filled. And you can think like, oh, this cup is never going to be filled. It's almost empty. That in itself is very apropos to what I'm saying, because survival mode will sometimes keep you in a state of mind that's harmful to self, and even harmful to the people around you, harmful to your environment, and harmful to the person that you're becoming. When you decide to start living, life gets a little bit brighter because you don't let little things bring you down. Even if you work a regular 9 to 5 and, people piss you off every day at work and things just, they get in your mind and it's like, why am I here? Why do I work here? Why am I surrounded by idiots? Woosah, trust me, I know exactly what you mean. I used to work at Walgreens back in 2019, and I used to easily let those customers ruin my day because it was a lot of people who were, pushy, and, people would come in and steal, and it's like, I don't know, things like that would like bother me. Like it would bother my day, and I'd be like upset and mad the whole time I'm at work, like looking at the clock every 2 seconds, like, when is this shift going to be over? I really hate being here. But then one day, I swear to you, I randomly decided to start being like, you know what? If this is my state of emotions in this box, I'm not going to let anything anybody says, does, or what happens to me throughout the day get inside that box. So if I choose to be happy, I stayed happy, because I don't care if you're mad that, the sale didn't go through. I don't care if you don't have the funds. I don't care if you're yelling at me about a coupon being expired and I can't take it. I don't care if somebody comes in, steals, and leaves out. That's just stuff I had to let go. And I swear to you, my days at that job felt better and better because I wasn't letting little things bother me and affect my day to that extent. I knew that I was living just to do that job, work, get money, and go home. Like, I made it just that easy. It didn't have to be all complicated. When you start living in a way that is, when you start living in a way that's more optimistic, life becomes easier, because you're no longer fighting for a certain version of your life to come for you to be happy. Like, oh, I'll be happy when I lose this weight. Oh, I'll be happy when I leave this job. Oh, I'll be happy when my hair is down my back. Oh, I'll be happy when blah, 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 blah. None of that matters. You decide to be happy in the moment because that's what makes the most sense in the moment. No need to be upset about things you don't have. That's living in survival. When you're stranded on an island and you see you have 4 more cans of beans, that's living in survival. You're like, okay, I don't have this can of beans, this can of beans, this can of beans, this can of beans. And after that, I don't know what I'm going to do. When in reality, you're not on an island. You probably have more than 4 cans of beans, and you're able to live in a way that fulfills you without always being scared about what could happen or what's going to happen or what's going to happen in the future. Living in survival is just living in anxiety. When you live in anxiety, it means that you're always living in the future. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to pay those bills. I don't know how I'm going to get into school. I don't know how I'm going to lose this weight. I don't know how, my family will stop arguing with each other. I don't know if this relationship will actually work out. You're living in the future when in reality, living in the present is what's going to help you move forward in a more conducive way. If you're always having anxiety, it's because you're thinking about things that hasn't even happened yet. Living in survival is a pure example of that, because you're always thinking about what could go wrong, or, you're depressed about what did go wrong. And it's just counterintuitive when it comes to the lives we want to live now. You know what I mean? Living in the present is a key way to stop living in survival. Because when you live in survival, it just makes you feel like you're always not doing enough. You sit down for 30 minutes and you scroll on your phone and you start talking about yourself. Oh, you suck. You never go after what you want. You're always sitting down doing nothing. Now, while it's fine to have self, what's the word? While it's fine to check yourself when it comes to what you're not doing, beating yourself up over it is an absolute no-no. Making yourself feel like you basically ain't because you're not doing everything you think you're supposed to be doing to get somewhere you don't even know where that is. Do you see how it can make you go crazy in your own mind by always wondering what's next? When in reality, I'm pretty sure you have some things that you used to really want right now. I have to constantly check myself about that sometimes because I remember in 2018, 2017, 2016, I used to want my own apartment so bad. I was 20 and I was 21. I was still living with my mom. And I'm just like, if I have my own apartment, I would be so happy. If I had my own car, I would be so happy. I would be in a much better place. I wouldn't be as depressed. And guess what? Now I have my own car, my own apartment, and I'm just as stressed. Like you get things and you realize, you know what? I wasn't appreciating where I was enough. Like the no bills glow. That was clear. When you don't have bills and you're able to live with someone and, just play by their rules, life feels different. While it's annoying to live under someone's roof, you realize that, not having to worry about bills, not having to worry about how you're going to do this, do that, having to sustain a car, because more money, more problems is 1000% a thing. Like you start to get more things and you start to realize, you know what? Do I actually want this life? And you go from there. But besides that, living in the present will definitely help you get out of survival mode, and living in fear is a no-no. We're no longer living in fear. Like for myself, I'm going to New York in a day or two, and it's my first time going to New York basically by myself. I'm going with, to stay with my cousin, but she'll be at work a lot of the times, and I made my own itinerary to like have fun and get out and do some things, and I keep having like little flitters of anxiety about like, oh, you're not going to be able to get around New York yourself. You're going to get lost. You're going to have to Uber everywhere because you getting on a train just isn't going to happen. You need to make sure you're being overly cautious and make sure you're basically already making it seem like I'm not going to be able to handle, being in a city I've been in multiple times. Like I've been to New York so many times and I always get anxiety about what's going to happen or if I'm going to be able to handle it or, stuff like that. And I'm just 1000% done living in that way because that's, once again, living in survival, living in fear, connected. Living in fear is 1000% connected to living in survival. You don't have to live that way. You can also overthink the best case scenario. That's what I've learned lately. It's like I'm overthinking the worst case scenario when in reality, I don't know what's going to happen. So I might as well focus on the scenario that I want to happen. I get nothing out of both. I get nothing out of both. Except when you live in fear, you just get fear and like ickiness from it. It's like, it's like you just start feeling like things will go wrong and you start getting like, you just start feeling like things aren't going to go your way. When in reality, the only person that's standing in between things going your way and the only person standing in between things going your way and things not is just luck. Like, it's just that simple. You can't control if things are going to go your way, if things aren't, and if things are going to work out exactly how you planned in your head. You go with the flow, you stand confidently, and you keep moving forward as if nothing happened, because honestly, nothing happened. You can keep on going, you can keep on moving, and you can get what you want, even if it takes a little while, you know? That's the whole point of living in the present. That's the whole point of not living in survival. That's the whole point of not living in fear. You don't have to worry about the little things that could go wrong because you're always in a state of being where everything goes right for you. I'm a perfect example. I'm just in a state where I think everything's working out for me. Even when I don't see proof, or even when my bank account tells me differently, or, you know, anything like that, I will continue to tell myself that, you know, the things that are supposed to work out for Nala will. And me stressing or being upset about it, that's not necessarily going to do anything except make me upset. So I do what I can to keep on having fun, keep on enjoying life, keep on moving forward, because that's all we really have, guys. Like, it's time to start living. Go on the vacation, take the job, go back to school, start the business. Whatever you've been afraid of doing or overthinking yourself from doing, I challenge you in 2026 to do it more. Go after what you want more. Enjoy the process more. Just like, put yourself in the shoes of someone who always gets what they want and sees exactly what they want and goes after it. Because what you want, you can have, and there's not really anything keeping you from it. All it is time, space, and opportunity to go after exactly what you know is for you. And I'm excited for you. I really just wanted to touch on that topic, especially before I go to New York. And especially because, you know, I've just been in a state that's been a lot different from who I was the last about, 7 years of my life, where I was just always living in a state of, well, what if this doesn't work out? And what if they talk about me? And what if? I'm done doing that. The only person's opinion that matters, the only place and person that's going to hold me up if I fall, you have yourself. You're not the same person you once were, to where if you fall, it's harder for you to get back up. I remember I used to be a person where I would fall and then I would be in a deep hole and it would take me a long time to climb out of that darkness. Now, I don't let little stuff trip me up. I might trip, fall, but I get out of that hole a lot easier than when I did back then. And I'm very proud of myself for that, because growth will do that for you. Growth will make you feel like a whole new person, because it's supposed to make you feel like that. So, in conclusion, I just wanted to let you know that living with anxiety, living in fear, is all tied to living in survival. And this is your chance to live. 2026 is the start of your whole new life, where you start to live. Start living, start doing, start thriving, and enjoy your life while you can, because the days are short, the hours are long, but you might as well have some fun, right? I'm excited for you. I'm excited for me. And I just want to thank you guys for watching, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that you guys can know the next time that I'm uploading a video, which will be soon, because I'm going to be vlogging while I'm in New York. And yeah, I'm very excited to upload my first vlog. So stay tuned for that. And you guys, make sure you stay beautiful stars and you continue to live your life the best way you see fit. Bye.
Say you got a plan, I really was trying to listen. You saying